Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the pop vinyl as part of the new Doom video game line. We've got the Cyberdemon and the Space Marine. Two really cool figures that I'm very excited to review. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know I normally don't do these types of figurines, so I'm very excited to see if they're any good or not. These are the first two that I've actually gone out and purchased. I do have a pop vinyl NWO Hulk Hogan, which I got as part of a pre-order bonus for WWE 2K15. But other than that, I'm not big on the pop vinyl stuff. It really doesn't appeal to me. I'm more of a figurine kind of guy. But having said that, these are the only Doom merchandise sort of figurines we've ever gotten. So I thought it would be a good chance to pick these up. Ended up costing me about $30 for the Cyberdemon and then around $15 for the Space Marine, which isn't too bad. I'm hoping that they're kind of cool. The Cyberdemon is ridiculously big, as hopefully you can see, just to compare to my hand. It's quite large, quite substantial, which I'm very, very happy about. Looking forward to taking a look at both of these. We might start actually with the Space Marine, which is a very cool looking figure, to be honest with you. The new design, the new video game coming out looks mixed, to be honest with you. It's one of those things where, personally, the old school Dooms, they're good, you know, they're revolutionary games, they're pioneering games, all that sort of fun stuff. But to me, it's a little bit like GoldenEye. GoldenEye is a game that I played as a kid and absolutely loved, and it is the greatest game ever made and will always be the greatest game ever made. But you play that game now, and it's not very good. Clunky mechanics, clunky controls, graphics have aged ridiculously bad. And for me, the old Doom games, Doom 1 and Doom 2, are very much like that. Doom 3, however, is one of my favourite games of all time. The story in that game was fantastic. The creepy factor of that game was fantastic. The levels where you've got the little, like, just background noises of the spider demons crawling, and there's no music, which is freaking unsettling as it is. You just hear environmental noises that creep you out big time. And I really enjoyed the story in that game as well. So I'm looking forward to Doom 4. Everything I've seen so far on Doom 4 looks like very similar to Quake, very fast-paced, very run-and-gun, shoot-'em-up, action-based, which I guess appeals to, you know, the younger generation with shorter attention spans and things like that. But I am hoping the story is not compromised, and I guess we'll find out very, very shortly. But in the meantime, we've got the Space Marine. Really cool. Comes in a great pop vinyl style packaging. That is one thing I will give them. They do excellent packaging. As you can see, Space Marine there, new design of the new character. I'm wondering if it's the original guy from Doom or if it's a new guy. From what I've heard, the new game is a reboot, so I guess this is the original Doom guy, but we'll see what happens there. On the back, nice shot of the Cyberdemon and the Space Marine. Bethesda Studios, of course. I'm a big fan of Bethesda. I really love the Wolfenstein games, especially the last two that they did. Those were outstanding. Hopefully this new game will be good as well. Okay, now we've moved on to the Cyberdemon, which is huge, really big box. The figure itself isn't as large as I thought, to be honest with you. It is a lot bigger than, say, the Space Marine, but having said that, it's not as big as I would have liked, I guess. The packaging is huge and quite cool, actually. Again, really love the packaging. Nice shot of the Cyberdemon. I honestly can't remember the Cyberdemon being in the other games. He probably was, to be honest with you. But I'm wondering if he's like the main boss in this new game, or if he's just a particular type of enemy, or what the situation is. Hopefully he's a main boss. That would be really cool, to be honest with you. Again, the read-up on the new game indicates that they have been doing medical experiments and things like that. So that's going to be interesting to see how that transpires. Taking a look at the side of the packaging and everything as well. You can see him in there. Very creepy looking. On the back, one thing I quite like about this packaging is at the very top you see, I guess, the Cyberdemon's head. So with that, let's get both the Space Marine and the Cyberdemon opened up and out of packaging. Okay, and here we've got both figures opened up and out of the packaging. They're actually really cool. For the first two pop vinyl figures I've got my hands on, I really like them. I think they're definitely unique. They're definitely different. There's definitely a huge difference between the Space Marine and the Cyberdemon. Both are fantastic and I think well worth picking up, especially if you're into and you collect these types of figures. We'll start with the Space Marine, just because I think he'll be a little bit quicker to run through. Taking a look at him, he's got obviously the iconic Doom visor. Nice detail too. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the actual suit. The suit itself looks quite nice. Comes with the classic double barrel shotgun. I'm looking forward to using that in the game. Very nice weapon indeed. One thing I'm a little upset about is they're pretty much just statues, to be honest with you. You do get a swivel in the head, but no movements in the arms or legs or hands or anything like that. So they are basically just a display piece, which, you know, I do see the appeal of. It's not my cup of tea, to be honest, but still kind of cool. I'm interested to see the story in the new game. I hope it does have a good story mode like the third game did. Definitely a lot of detail. I mean, it is what it is. It's supposed to be like a cartoony themed thing, so you're not going to get the same level of detail that you're going to get on some other figures and statues and stuff out there, but still, it is quite nice. I really enjoyed the Doom movie. A lot of people hate that movie, and critics really put a lot of trash on that movie, and, you know, some aspects deservedly so. I think The Rock was fantastic in that. I really enjoyed the Doom movie. I remember watching that as a kid, which probably not supposed to do, and getting absolutely freaked out in that movie. But anyway, I digress. We move on to the Cyberdemon. Take a look at this thing. This is ridiculous. It's huge, but also very cool. Taking a look at the back. Nice detail. Look at the head there. That's one thing I will give Doom. The games have fantastic looking monsters. Really good designs. And that's one thing I'm skeptical about and a little bit cautious about with the new game. It looks very much, you know, action Call of Duty style as opposed to Doom horror style. Now, you know, maybe that'll change, but just the way I've seen on the trailers and the gameplay so far, it's very much action-based, which there's nothing wrong in, but it seems like they just throw too many enemies at you at once, and for me, personally, it seems too fast-paced, but anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Look at these little cybernetic enhancements and so forth. I'm interested to see what role this guy has in the actual game. Obviously, he's going to have some kind of role. I'm hoping he's not just some generic enemy that appears now and then. Swivel head, of course. Look at the teeth. It's almost like a spider-type head. I love the mechanized arm. Looks like some sort of Gatling gun he's got there. I mean, it looks very cool. Very cool. I like the mix of monster and machine, so to speak. Quite cool. And just for size comparison, I've got some other 6 to 7 inch figures for scaling purposes. You can see the Cyberdemon is almost as tall as the Rock. The Rock's about a 6 inch figure. So it annoys me that the Cyberdemon that advertised as 6 inch, to me, seems a little bit smaller, but I could be wrong. Definitely the Space Marine is a shorty, and then you can compare and see with the DC Collectibles figure. Overall, though, I'm a big fan of both these pop vinyl figures. I might try and get some more, especially some of the ones from Dark Souls look quite cool as well. Overall, I think they're a really cool thing. They're definitely not, you know, for playability. They're more for posability and display purposes. But having said that, they serve their purpose well. It's nice to get some Doom collectibles. I'm excited for the new game. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the upcoming game and what you think of Doom 3 as well. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review, and I've got more stuff coming up soon.